Grace and peace be multiplied unto you all. It's been a while since I've been able to talk with you guys. I want to start off with the love of God. I want to start off with that. We're going to talk some boxing. Let me start off with this prayer. Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you for guiding us through our different paths and walks in life, for letting us have this new life, totally new life, for us to walk in the fullness of your life as you lead and direct your body. In Jesus' name, amen. Guys, everything's just to show the love of God, who God really is. When Jesus died on the cross, he showed the love of God towards us. And we have to reflect and show that love to others, because I'm pretty tired. You can look at it, my eyes are red. I just heard the phone ring, I think. But or it could be my neighbor's phone. I'm pretty tired tonight, but I want to talk to you guys. Hey, somebody just came up and watched this video. Shout out to you, whoever you are. I'm going to take comments in the chat section. Been a long time, guys. It's been a long time. So I'll take your comments in the chat section. So feel free to comment in the chat section, okay? All right, so, man, got a lot to say, but I'm just trying to keep it brief. Less is more. I'm learning in life. Some year kind of taking in some entertainment. I was watching some boxing. But, everything's about the love of God in life. And we're going to talk about Pacquiao versus Broner and Crawford versus Khan and Canelo versus Jacobs in a second. But everything in life, it really is to show us God and who he is, and we become as he is. So in short, I told you guys a while back to test God, pray to him, ask him for stuff, and watch him come through. And I've seen it time and time again, not in a full sort of way because my faith keep on fluctuating, but it still happens. And I pray God tomorrow, he would take control and charge. And I take everything to him now. And I suggest you guys take everything to him. But the love of God, when we experience the love of God here, that's great. But the next thing that has to happen, there's a song, Into My Heart, is we have to display that love to others. It has to come through us now. We have to become a conduit for that love of God, so people can know who God is. So I wanted to share that Jesus is that beautiful beginning for all of us, this new creation, and it's spiritual. So I hope that each and every one of you can taste and see the fullness of Jesus, as we move along. I love you guys, man, with all my heart and soul. Pray for my mom. I pray for you guys. My mom, pray for my mom. Just pray for her. That's all you got to do. Pray for her, okay? You don't need to know the specific. Just pray for her. Pray to God for her, okay? And I love to talk to you guys about boxing, so we're going to get into the boxing. Again, you can comment in the chat section as much as you want to. Let's get into it, all right? So Manny Pacquiao faced Adrian Broner, and pretty much Pacquiao pretty much won that fight, right? Everybody's probably in agreement with that. I don't think there's anybody who's saying, excuse me, I don't think there's anybody who will say that Adrian Broner won that fight. Anybody saying that Adrian Broner said he won the fight, I don't know what he was talking about, because yes, he made it in such a way that he didn't get knocked out. Yes, he didn't get hit very often by Manny Pacquiao with clean shots. He had pretty decent defense. Yes, he was standing in the middle of the ring, Justin, with Manny Pacquiao. Yes, he got some counter punches in, but everybody knows he wasn't throwing enough punches, first of all. Two, Manny Pacquiao was the much more active fighter. So Manny Pacquiao literally threw a lot more punches, and to Manny Pacquiao's credit, landed a ton of them to the body, especially of Adrian Broner. And really the best part of the fight was really the 7th round where Manny Pacquiao feinted him to the body, went up to the head, caught Adrian Broner with 2 shots. It was like a double left hook. The second left hook caught Adrian Broner, stunned him, and pretty much Adrian Broner was on the defense throughout the rest of the round because Manny Pacquiao was landing shots on him. And Manny Pacquiao, Adrian Broner kind of got leery of that, but he still kept on fighting, got 1 or 2 counter punches, straight rights in. But for the most part, Adrian Broner was outclassed. Not outclassed, sorry. He was outworked by Manny Pacquiao. There's no way Adrian Broner could even say that he won that fight. It's just not, it's not. He did get Manny Pacquiao. He had Manny Pacquiao's respect, but and it was a good little chess match. But I mean, Manny Pacquiao pretty much just based off of activity alone and landing punches, he was the guy that landed the more telling punches mostly throughout the fight. Broner, again, not really landing that much. There was a point in the 7th round where it felt like Marcus Maidana versus Adrian Broner all over again because he was just getting beat up, you know. And it was shades of that again, I think, in the 8th and then in the 10th round, one of them. And so Pacquiao was having his way. Even in the 12th round, Pacquiao caught him. So Broner, I don't know what Broner was thinking, but he was trying to employ a strategy somewhat of what Floyd Mayweather faced Pacquiao with. The next time Mayweather probably faces Pacquiao, which I do believe at the end of this year they will try and fight each other again. I do believe that Floyd's going to employ a totally different approach to Pacquiao the next time he faces Pacquiao. So I don't think Maypac 2 is going to be the same kind of fight as Maypac, because Floyd never fights an opponent the same way. He never does. If he's going to rematch you, he's going to fight you differently. So watch out for that. It should be interesting. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat section first of all. Okay, nobody saying nothing in the chat section. People just kind of liking the videos. That's cool. Okay, so let me talk a little bit more about boxing a little bit. I'm not really into the boxing so much, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. So the other thing was that we hear that Terrence Crawford is facing Amir Khan. Man, I'm just yawning. I'm sorry about that, guys. Terrence Crawford is facing Amir Khan. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I had a long day. I'm trying to distract my mind instead of focusing on God. So I'll probably focus in on God after this because it's still not doing anything for me. When you have a loved one and they are not doing too well, but they're doing a little bit better, your mind, everything, your priorities and everything in life just changes, you know, and that's what's going on with my mom. So for you guys to know, so just keep her in our prayer, those of you who are Christians, right? Terrence Crawford versus Amir Khan. I personally don't like that matchup. It's not interesting to me. But if Terrence Crawford wants to fight Amir Khan, hopefully he can knock him out. Maybe he doesn't. Who knows? What I do know is it's not an exciting matchup for me. And Amir Khan versus Kell Brook was not going to be an exciting matchup for me either. Mainly for the fact that, again, I think that Amir Khan can get stopped. And that's the problem. His chin betrays him. And you got chinny chin like that, what Amir Khan has. And he's been stopped his last fight. He did okay. He wasn't great, but he did all right. I don't need to see Amir Khan versus somebody. They want Terrence Crawford to make a name off Amir Khan fight. The next fight, however, is a very interesting fight. And that's a matchup that's better than Pacquiao versus Broner or Crawford versus Khan. And that is Danny Jacobs versus Canelo Alvarez. Now, a lot of you guys said Canelo wasn't going to fight Danny Jacobs. Blah, 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 blah. Well, no, you're wrong. Canelo is fighting Danny Jacobs come May Cinco de Mayo. And that's a very good matchup. I favor Canelo in that fight, but nonetheless, I would love to see it. Danny Jacobs is the best middleweight so far in the division besides Gennady Golovkin. So I would love to see that fight. And after Jamal Charlo fought, what's the guy's name? I forgot what his name is, Korobov, and didn't look sensational, did not put away Korobov. Definitely, we want to see Canelo versus Jacobs. We don't need to see Demetrius Andrade versus Canelo. We don't need to see Charlo versus Canelo. And then again, when you look at Danny Jacobs' resume, he's deserving of Canelo. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this is the guy we want to see face Canelo, and we're going to get it. And honestly, for all those people saying Canelo's ducking this one or ducking that one, come on, man. Has Canelo ever ducked any opposition that wasn't worthy? it's creme de la creme. Canelo only fight the creme de la creme. So I don't even know what they're talking about. So I want to see Canelo versus Danny Jacobs. That was the fight I wanted to see. Last year, it looked like it was setting up for it. Danny Jacobs landed it, so it's announced. This is great stuff. So I'm looking forward to Canelo versus Danny Jacobs. Let me see what you guys saying in the chat section. Nobody's saying anything in the chat section. You guys can talk in the chat section, man. Leave your comments in the chat section, all right? Otherwise, why am I doing these videos, man? So, yeah. I'm looking forward to Canelo versus Danny Jacobs. You know what? Let me just do this real quick. So we go to BoxRec for a second, all right? Let's have a look at that. So the other matchup with Terrence Crawford, I don't even understand why we even have it as a matchup. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. So Canelo going to be facing Danny Jacobs on Cinco de Mayo. All right. They're going to be vying for, this is going to be for the undisputed championship, I think. If not close to it. No, because I think Demetrius Andrew got the WBO title. So the thing that Gennady Golovkin wanted to do, Canelo's doing. So I think Danny Jacobs has the IBF. Yeah. Canelo has the WBC and WBA. All right. So Canelo is facing Danny Jacobs next, for those of you who don't know. And that should make you guys excited about that. If you're not, well, I don't know what to say. When it comes to Terrence Crawford, he's supposed to be facing Amir Khan. Still not put down in BoxRec, so it's not finalized. I think the announcement came this week. I'm not excited for that fight because I think that if Terrence Crawford is worth any sort of worth his worth, he's supposed to beat Amir Khan. Supposed to. I don't see why he shouldn't. I mean, everybody's talking about Amir Khan's a great boxer and blah, 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 blah. He got dropped in his last fight. He was dropped by, what's the guy that faced him? I forgot what the guy's name is. I think it was Sammy Vasquez. Sammy Vasquez dropped him in his last fight. So if Sammy Vasquez, who's slow as daylights, could drop Amir Khan, you telling me Terrence Crawford can't stop him? Come on, man. Sammy Vasquez is a better fighter than Terrence Crawford. And Terrence Crawford's a southpaw at that. I'm not saying Khan has problems with southpaws, but I'm just saying. And he can switch it. He can switch back to orthodox or southpaw. No, this is an easy win for Terrence Crawford to make him look good. I'm not saying it's an easy win, but I'm just saying it's ripe for the pickings. You know, Khan came off of a KO loss to, who was it? He last got KO'd by. Somebody KO'd him. Was it Canelo? I can't remember who he got KO'd by, but he got KO'd, came back, got dropped. He won the fight, but he got dropped. And you're getting dropped by Sammy Vasquez. What are you saying about Terrence Crawford? He's going to not only drop you, he's going to stop you. So, I mean, Amir Khan, I don't know what's his story. He should have faced Kell Brook instead of Terrence Crawford. But he wants to go to Terrence Crawford route. So good luck on that, Amir Khan. You know, he's pimping out his name. That's what I think it is. So, yeah, what's your guys' comments on that? Go ahead, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me hear what you guys got to say about these things. I'm interested for a little bit. I got 2 people watching here. What you guys got to say? Unapologetically black man. I think Canelo wins that. Unapologetically black man says, I think Terrence is the best welterweight out there. I don't know about Terrence Crawford being the best welterweight. Let me be honest with you. I don't think Terrence Crawford is the best welterweight unapologetically black man. I don't think he's done anything to be called that. All right, if you look, okay, hold on a second. Let's look at his resume, because resume is important. I mean, who you face, it is important. Okay, so who has he faced at welterweight so far? Jeff Horn, Jose Benavidez, and now he's going to face Amir Khan. That makes him the best welterweight? You know what I'm saying, unapologetically black man? Okay. Let's look at some other welterweights out there, okay? Let me go to the divisions. Welterweight, right? All right, so BoxRec's got Terrence Crawford as the best welterweight out there, but he ain't faced nobody yet. He's about to face somebody, Amir Khan, but Amir Khan is not really, I mean, Amir Khan just got dropped, like I said, by a dude called Sammy Vasquez. Okay. All right. Let's look at the guy, Errol Spence Jr., right? They say he's one of the best welterweights out there. I'm not disputing that, but look at this. Mikey Garcia is who's going to face next. Okay, Mikey Garcia is really a lightweight. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that, but we'll see how that fight ends up being. But he faced Lamont Peterson, who was at the time was supposed to be WBA regular champion. I don't know what happened, but Peterson faced him for the IBF title. He faced Kell Brook, which was once the best welterweight out there. And he had some, you know, he stopped Samuel Vargas, the guy that dropped Amir Khan. He faced Leonard Bundu, who was a European champion, Chris Algieri, who was a super lightweight world champion. Okay. Those are decent names. I'm not saying that those are the best names out there. Absolutely not. But Sean Porter has quite a resume. Okay. Sean Porter faced Danny Garcia and beat him. Andre Berto, former world champion. Keith Thurman, Adrian Broner, Kell Brook, Paulie Malignaggi, and Devin Alexander. Okay. As well as former world champion Julio Diaz. That's quite a resume. Okay. But then we also have Manny Pacquiao. And Manny Pacquiao really has an outstanding resume. So when you talk about the best welterweight out there, you cannot just skip over Manny Pacquiao because he's an old guy. Manny Pacquiao just recently faced Adrian Broner. Okay. 4-divisional world champion. Okay, Jeff Horn beat him. Okay, fine. Faced Jesse Vargas, world champion. Timothy Bradley, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Chris Algieri. Okay. Juan Manuel Marquez. This is all at welterweight, by the way. Okay. Shane Mosley. Okay. Miguel Cotto. Okay. Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's at welterweight. That list there, nobody can compete with. And I don't care if you say, okay, well, you know, if Floyd Mayweather Jr. was there, you can't compete with it. So you cannot call, especially after his win over Adrian Broner, you cannot call Terrence Crawford the best welterweight out there. And Manny Pacquiao has this kind of resume. You can't do it. All right. Unapologetically Black Man says, unproven, but skills is very high compared to the rest. Unapologetically Black Man says, I get what you're saying, but we're talking skills. You can't talk skills if you don't talk competition. You can't. A guy can get away with doing a whole bunch of things against a certain level of competition. Once you step up in levels in competition, you find that he doesn't do as many things as he was doing before. So you have to look at level of competition when you're talking about skill set and skills and home skills. Yes, Terrence Crawford can switch hit. Yes, he's a guy that's calculated. But if you look at it, he's a bit sloppy and he does make mistakes. But because he's facing a certain level of competition, he looks sensational and he looks fantastic. And I've seen him against higher level competition and he gets tagged, he gets hit, you know, he gets outclassed. All right. Let's go through some other guys here. You see, that's why level of competition shows really how good your skill set is. I'm going to show you some more. Danny Swift Garcia. That's somebody I would love to see Terrence Crawford fight. And Danny Swift Garcia, we're only talking welterweight. We're only talking welterweight. The who's who of welterweight, okay? Sean Porter, Keith Thurman. Yeah, he lost to them, but he still faced these guys, okay? So, okay, so you can say that he lost to them, therefore his skill set's not that great. But Samuel Vargas, he beat him. Robert Guerrero, he beat him. Paulie Malignaggi, he beat him. And Lamont Peterson. These are names of the division, man. What name has Terrence Crawford faced? Oh, he's going to face Amir Khan. Okay. Chinny Amir Khan. Okay. So my whole point is, you can't look at and judge people based on I'm hearing somebody rolling up into my yard. They open the gate and roll up into my yard. I'm not sure why they're doing that. But guys, I just wanted to share this with you guys before I move on, right? So, oh, it's probably next door. Okay. So all I'm saying is that, you talk skill set and stuff, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying that you can't say that. You got Keith Thurman. We didn't even talk about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's been commissioned for a while. But here's Keith Thurman's resume, okay? I'm just saying. It's important to understand you have to face a certain level of competition first before you can say anything. He faced Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Louis Collazo, Robert Guerrero, Julio Diaz, okay, and that's about it. I mean, Jan Zavik was okay. He was a former world champion, as well as Carlos Quintana, but we don't really. You can include them. So it's Carlos Quintana, John Zavik, Julio Diaz, Leonard Bondu, Robert Guerrero, Luis Collazo, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia. Okay, this guy faced people. All right, remember this is at welterweight. Yes, he just moved up, but he's still giving us soft touches. The first guy he's going to face is Amir Khan. Amir Khan, let's look at Amir Khan. I'm going to show you something because, I'm going to show you guys something because Amir Khan is coming off of a loss to Saul Canelo Alvarez. It's 2 years ago. He faced Philo Greco and he faced Samuel Vargas. And Samuel Vargas knocked him down. This is Samuel Vargas got disposed by everybody else. That's a weak competition. He's a name, but he's a weak competition. He's not done anything. You know what I'm saying? So people talk about, for instance, Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford as the elite level fight. No, it's not. You cannot ignore Keith Thurman. You cannot ignore Sean Porter. You cannot ignore Danny Garcia. These are also names in the division. You can't ignore Manny Pacquiao. And so I'm just saying that you can't just look at skill set. Skill set is great, but skill set untested, you're unproven. You can't say this guy's the best anything until he proves himself. That's all I'm saying. When Floyd Mayweather was saying he was better than Sugar Ray Robinson and stuff, everybody was clowning him and saying, what are you talking about, right? Yet he was winning. And yet he wasn't winning against, he did prove himself against Diego Corrales and so on at the lower weight division, but you can't call yourself on the level of Sugar Ray Robinson if you ain't prove yourself and he ain't fight nobody. But then after he fought the string of people he fought at welterweight, he could claim that if he wanted to, because he had faced the best of the best at welterweight. So I'm just saying Terrence Crawford hasn't done that. So you can't call him the best. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And he ain't beat the best. Nowhere even close to beating the best, to say that. He can't make that claim yet. You can't make that claim he's the best welterweight in the division until he actually beats the best welterweights in the division. That's all I'm saying. And on top of that, I'm just saying the welterweights in the division, right? Terrence is learning and he's growing, right? But the best welterweights in the division right now, Terrence ain't stopping those dudes. He's not going to stop Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia won a fight against him in the amateurs. He won a fight against Danny Garcia. Just saying, he's not going to stop Danny Garcia. He's not stopping Sean Porter. He's not knocking out Sean Porter. And Sean Porter will be bringing the pain all night long. We all know this. All right. He's not even going to stop Kell Brook. Okay. He don't got that kind of power. He don't got that kind of strength and skill to be able to stop a Kell Brook. I don't know what he would do against Errol Spence. I can't really say. We could give him the cleverness, the edge, the angles. If Mikey Garcia can do something good against Errol Spence, then he probably has a shot at Errol Spence too. Okay. Again, I would love to see Terrence Crawford versus Mikey Garcia. Now, that's a much more compelling fight than a Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. But Mikey Garcia is going up against Errol Spence, so let's see how Mikey Garcia does against Errol Spence. But I would have preferred to see Mikey Garcia versus Terrence Crawford. Of course, because of Bob Arum, that probably wouldn't happen, but that would have been an interesting fight. So My point is, Danny Garcia versus Terrence Crawford seems like a better matchup than Errol Spence against Terrence Crawford, just because Errol Spence is that much bigger than, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Kell Brook. These are big welterweights, and they can use their size, even if they're not as skilled as you, they can use their size to beat you down. You have to understand that. So, I mean, they can't be hurt, though. Don't get me wrong. Errol Spence been looking sensational because he ain't really faced nobody yet except for Kell Brook, right? And Kell Brook was really putting the heat on him, right? I'm not ignoring him. I'm just saying when the smoke clears, Thurman, Errol, and Terrence will be at the top. I can't say, man. I really can't say. I got to see the fights first. This division is packed. We got Porter up in there, and Porter's like a pit bull beast. We got Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia don't back down. Keith Thurman couldn't knock him out. Nobody could knock out Danny Garcia, and he's strong. So I really don't know, man. I can't really say off the top of my head who's the best in the division like that, just straight off. I need to see them fight each other, battle each other, and then we're going to find out, when the dust clears. That's how I look at it. And I hear you with Terrence Crawford. You're probably a Terrence Crawford fan. But I just don't see Terrence Crawford hadn't proven himself at that level. And these kinds of welterweights we're dealing with, they're not going to fold like the other fighters he's been facing. You know what I mean? They're not going to fold. They're not Jeff Horn. Let's put it that way. They're not Jeff Horns, okay? So, and even Manny Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford could have that opportunity if he pushes for it to get a fight with Manny Pacquiao. But right now, Terrence Crawford had to deal with the duds that he'd be facing, that Bob Arum be presenting to him. Amir Khan is a has-been. Amir Khan used to be a name. Okay, let me put it to you this way. Which welterweight did Amir Khan face that's top-tier welterweight in the division? And the answer is none. He's faced no top-tier welterweight. Not one. Think about that now. Julio Diaz put him on his backside. Amir Khan got knocked down by Julio Diaz. Lamont, okay? Lost to Lamont Peterson. I'm just saying. So, I don't even know why he's a name, though. So Terrence Crawford can make a name off of him. But to say, I just don't. Unapologetically Black Man says, I think Demetrius Andrade would give Canelo his best fight. I don't think Jacob wins that. I disagree. I think that Jacobs gives Canelo the best fight in all the division because Jacobs is the most experienced welterweight of all the welterweights there, having faced the top tier welterweights of the division, having faced Gennady Golovkin. I think Jacobs is the biggest threat to Canelo. Demetrius Andrade is inexperienced. Demetrius Andrade has shown that he's still rusty, and Demetrius Andrade ain't fought nobody on the level of competition that Canelo's faced at middleweight or even at super welterweight. Demetrius Andrade being a WBO belt holder. He did not look sensational against a guy that was one-dimensional coming straight at him. So, I mean, if he didn't even look good against him, how's he going to do against Canelo? I mean, he's inexperienced, man. The thing with Demetrius Andrade reminds me of Amir Khan. That's what he reminds me of. He's quick. He's fast. But the only thing, he got a chin and he got a heart, okay? He's still getting knocked down, though. He got a chin and a heart. But as to Demetrius Andrade beating Canelo, that's not happening. Not any day soon. The guy who can beat Canelo or is the biggest threat in that division is Danny Jacobs. Canelo's defense, huh? You may be right, man. Danny Jacobs isn't bad though. Defense, he just makes mistakes sometimes. That's how Golovkin was able to catch him. Canelo's pretty strong though. I don't know. Canelo's backing up Golovkin. The second fight. No. Canelo will counterpunch. So if Jacobs was to throw a combination, Golovkin would shell to shell up. But with Canelo would actually counterpunch you. Anywho's. Have a good one, guys.